check the numbers for Cotto and Mayorga as we go to the tail of the tape.
Mayorga wants to a fight that is not fought on the inside, and his height and reach advantage are things he wants to use in this fight. Even though Cotto will box from time to time, I don't think Cotto wants to be on the end of all those punches.
And the notable rules for tonight's WBA championship.
The unified rules as we know them, no standing 8, no 3 knockdown rule, only the ref can stop the fight. Fighter can't be saved by the bell in any round. If there's a clash of heads that causes this fight to stop before 4 rounds, it's a technical draw. After that, they would go to the scorecards.
So we are set for Miguel Cotto versus Ricardo Mayorga for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship. Let's get the official introductions from our ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to the MGM Grand here in Las Vegas, Nevada for the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Top Rank Incorporated in association with Cotto Promotions, Don King Productions, Tecate, Cerveza con Carácter, and Showtime Pay-Per-View. This bout coming away is sanctioned by the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor Aurelio Fiengo, along with the Nevada State Athletic Commission. The chairman is Bill Brady, commissioners Francisco Aguilar, Skip Avancino, TJ Day, and Pat Lundvall, with the executive director Keith Kaiser. Our physicians at ringside, Doctors Anthony Ruggiero, Al Cabana, Jay Coates, and David Watson. Our timekeepers at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns tonight, James Cavan and Ernie Jauregui. Introducing our 3 judges scoring from ringside. From Las Vegas, Nevada, Dwayne Ford. Also from Las Vegas, Jerry Roth. And from Scottsdale, Arizona, Chris Wilson. Our third man in the ring, our referee in charge, he'll be giving instructions after the introductions, Robert Bird. All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, it's showtime! Introducing to you first, the challenger on my right, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, fighting out of and representing his home of Managua, Nicaragua. He weighed in at the super welterweight limit of 154 pounds. His record stands at 29 wins, 7 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest, with 23 wins coming by way of knockout. Currently ranked the WBA number 6 super welterweight in the world, here is the fearless former 2-division champion of the world, introducing the colorful challenger, Ricardo El Matador Mayorga. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trunks with white trim. He hails from Caguas, Puerto Rico, and weighed in at 154 pounds. His record, 35 wins, 2 losses, with 28 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, in his 18th world title appearance, here is the 4-time world champion in 3 weight divisions. Please welcome the defending WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the World, introducing Miguel Cotto. Once again, a referee in charge now to give instructions, Robert Bird.
Gentlemen, you better listen to what I've got to say, okay? You've had your instructions in the dressing room. The only thing I'm going to remind you of now is when I say stop, What that means is stop whatever you're doing, give me a clean break. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands at all times. Right here on the belt is going to be good. Anything on the belt here is going to be good. Both of you gentlemen are champions. Fight like them. Back to your corners.
Go. A crazy wild fight expected. Tremendous anticipation here in the arena. Will Cotto be able to do what he wants, or will he be forced out of his rhythm? Can Mayorga back up his bravado with the predicted early knockout? And will he charge out with a home run swing? The big overhand right. The opening minutes could be crucial. Two guys who can't wait to get at each other. Robert Byrd brings them together. This crowd at a fever pitch. We're underway for Cotto and Mayorga.
Remember what Mayorga told us at the fighter meeting? I want to cut him, I want to knock him down, or I want to knock him out in round one. We'll see. That's a tall order against Miguel Cotto.
Right on top of each other here right at the outset, no question. Cotto, the more polished of the two, has the ability to box, quick instructions, and cautioning.
That must be a world record. We're 20 seconds in and Robert Byrd has issued a warning to Mayorga already.
Cotto wants to make Mayorga miss, but plan A to get inside. Mayorga's wide shots with short, precise punches. Whoa, some great action here at the start.
Mayorga with a wide right, and he gets countered by a left hook by Cotto.
Good exchange there, huh? If Mayorga's punches are straighter, as you pointed out, what a difference that could make. But that's a big if. Right hand chopping to the head by Mayorga.
And we know Mayorga can take a punch. It's going to take a lot to really stop him, hurt him, and knock him out.
And Mayorga's already landed a couple of good right hands. And Cotto, throughout his career, has been hurt early in fights.
Big body shot. Mayorga says, you didn't hurt me. Mayorga's so dangerous and so vulnerable. A recipe for excitement. He'll swing for the fences. Wild punches from all angles. Banging to the head with that right hand, Mayorga.
This is really kind of what we expected. It's going to be a shootout for however long it lasts.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be a tactical fight. Mayorga, a street brawler.
Cotto's jab has been pretty effective early in this round.
Whoa! A wild swing and a miss by Mayorga just as Byrd was getting in.
Mayorga tried to shake hands with Cotto, and Cotto said,
All business. Under a minute left in round one. Another couple of chopping right hands to the head by Mayorga. Mayorga talking to Cotto, taunting him even after the fight build-up, during the fight. No let-up.
Mayorga has to feel happy that he has been able to get a few of those right hands in. But Cotto has also done some very good work here in round one.
Left hook to the body by Cotto. Mayorga just shakes it off. Oh, a left hook to the chest by Mayorga.
And that nice right hand got in. That's a beautiful hook by Cotto just landed.
Well, it doesn't look like Mayorga's predictions will come true in round one.
They are trading big punches one at a time. Back and forth action. Scintillating first round. Wow.
Just a matter of time. The head is up. This is your key. That's what they're doing. You're breaking them down slowly. Gasoline.
Miguel Cotto getting off with this left hook to the head of Mayorga in a wild exchange. Now, he doesn't want the wild exchanges. And then Mayorga able to land a couple of chopping right hands, even behind the ear.
Yep.
And then Miguel Cotto coming back later in the round.
Yeah, they both had moments in that round. It was a very close round.
And electric because you got the feeling some home run punch was going to land.
Yeah.
Little blood on the brow of Miguel Cotto. You see it right there, a little redness. Manny Stewart sends him out for round two off a tremendous first round.
Manny Stewart once trained Mayorga, believe it or not, for about a week, and he said, I couldn't take it anymore, and I left. He and Cotto have, and for this fight, though, and we visited Mayorga, he trained seriously for this fight. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah, somebody said that got it up to about 5. Nice left hook by Mayorga. Right hand by Mayorga. Chopping away at Cotto. Ramming shots to the head of Cotto. Uppercut by Mayorga. Mayorga, no let him. Crowd going wild.
That chopping right hand has found a home, and the worst thing that Cotto can do is let Mayorga get any confidence in this fight early.
But Mayorga is hittable. He is a target when you get into a brawl, a war. Let's see what happens.
Good body work by Cotto there.
Mayorga now dancing around.
And you said it, Antonio, how long can the adrenaline of Mayorga last before the skill of Cotto takes over? But we're still in the adrenaline period.
Yeah, Mayorga historically always starts off with a barrel of energy. Then we'll see what happens down the road.
He hurt Shane Mosley early, but there's that nice right hand by Cotto. And he had surgery on his shoulder and says he's delivering the right hand better now.
And then Mosley kind of hurt Mayorga at the end.
Just a little bit.
With a second to go, knocked him out.
Just a smidge.
Halfway through the second, and a brilliant fight. And I mean fight. There's the jab by Cotto, trying to keep Mayorga at bay.
Yeah, Cotto just going to have to stay cool, calm, and collected because it seems like Mayorga is fighting in spurts. He cannot fight at that intensity for long, and just don't get hurt while he's at his best.
Got to be patient here.
Definitely.
Yeah, you can tell Mayorga's marshaling his energies within the rounds.
Yeah, he's taking a little breather from time to time. Regrouping. Uppercut blocked by Cotto. Cotto comes back. Cotto with a jab.
Counter left hook by Cotto was beautiful on an uppercut that missed by Mayorga.
And then Cotto missing with a big, wide right. Look at the reaction by Mayorga. Oh, what a left. Half hook, half uppercut by Mayorga to the chin.
Mayorga's doing commentary in the fight while he's fighting. That's intriguing.
20 seconds left in the second round. Scheduled for 12 for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship. A little flurry there by Mayorga. Our translator, Felix de Jesus.
Okay, sit down. You got to keep working the jab. And you got to keep your hands up. The right hand has to go over his left jab. Champion. You got to put the right over the left jab.
Mayorga trying to land there's the right hand that he's been trying to throw, missing against Cotto, and that's the right hand he wants to land. Those are not too straight. Tried the uppercut there and couldn't land it. And that was that kind of half left hook uppercut that he landed a little bit during the round, but that was a Cotto round for the most part.
Mayorga standing between rounds. A highly entertaining first 2 rounds here in Las Vegas. Round 3. Mayorga comes out with a big right, just loading up with that right hand. Cotto in the black, Mayorga in the blue with the white trim. Nice left hook to the neck by Cotto.
I mean, you have to love Mayorga. Win, lose, or draw. He's never been in a boring fight. A man always throws it out there and put it all on the line, and you got to love it. He's a fan favorite.
And when you combine it with Cotto, who also is very seldom in a fight that's exciting, you have to get something that's fun out of it.
Stirring action here in the early going. Nice little dance step by Mayorga.
Emanuel Stewart used to call his former fighter, Tommy Hearns, the Elvis Presley of boxing. Something exciting always happened. You could say the same for Cotto in most of his fights as well.
Exciting in and out of the ring.
And like we mentioned earlier, you know, if Cotto is allowed to fight at his pace comfortably like this, you know, it's going to take one of those punches that he don't see to slow him down.
Cotto just walked into a right hand, right to the chin.
And there's the left hook of Cotto. And Mayorga says, come on.
Mayorga inviting Cotto in. Come on, fight me. Keep coming, he says. This is unbelievable. Crowd in a frenzy. He just stays there in the corner and invites Cotto in.
But look at Miguel Cotto. What a cool customer.
Yeah, he's not going to get goaded into that. He's not going to get baited. That's what Mayorga wants. Oh, is that an amazing sequence?
And what an amazing sequence in which nothing really happened, and it was exciting.
Exactly.
It reminds me of the time he dropped his hand, stuck his chin out, and Tito Trinidad hit him with 2 solid left hooks, and the fight was over a little bit after that.
Exactly.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
An interesting display of the patience and the poise of Cotto, and now look at him go to work on the body. He's a good fighter.
Miguel Cotto with the jab, looking extremely confident here. Bouncing up and down. Up on his toes.
Mayorga is still dangerous. He's trying to sneak something in, a big punch in here and there. I mean, Cotto has to be on his P's and Q's tonight.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Still, that right hand could get in there and hurt him.
One of those fights you have to be so focused against a guy like Mayorga. Final seconds of the third round. Oh, a nice right hand to the chin. Mayorga says, you didn't hurt me, Miguel. And he almost escorted Miguel into the corner. Come on back. Here's Mayorga's mom, Miriam Mayorga Perez, cheering her son on ringside.
You're wasting punches. You gotta sit down for a while. Sit down, sit down. You gotta keep with that right hand working.
How about this for taunting, Al?
amazing the way Mayorga is just taunting him, asking him to come forward. I've never seen anyone that animated in the corner.
And even between rounds, he refused to sit down. His trainers were saying, sit, sit, sit. And he continued to stand.
Yeah, he's amped up. And what he was trying to do right there is to try to trick Miguel Cotto in an all-out brawl, a fisticuffs, to give him an opportunity to land a big punch.
Round 4 scheduled for 12. Mayorga continues to be so animated.
And of course, for the most part, you don't win fights by talking in the ring.
That was a big left hook that that Mayorga just landed.
And there's Cotto with an uppercut, but it may have come up short. Yeah, I thought that was our job.
Yeah, I thought so.
Yeah, talking.
You know, the jab, the right eye of Mayorga looks like he's got some issue with it as well.
Cotto bouncing around.
And one of the stories of this fight, I think, is the right hand of Cotto, which, you know, he had the repair of the shoulder with an operation, and they said it was better, and truthfully, it is better. He's throwing it much better than before.
Emmanuel Stewart said he can't recall Cotto really ever knocking anybody out with the right hand. It's usually the left hook, of course. That's his trademark punch, and he is a natural lefty.
And he's really getting his jab working this round.
Yeah,
beautifully.
And I think it's safe to say, as every round goes on, for Mayorga, things become more difficult because he tends to not be so effective in those later rounds.
And we knew that. You know, we knew that the earlier rounds would be some of the most competitive rounds.
Yep.
Well, 4 was the magic number for Mayorga. He said he would get Cotto out by 4.
Right there, they exchange left hooks, and those are the type of punches that Mayorga is depending on to hurt Cotto.
The crowd so into it, reacting to everything. Nice right hand, and then a slip by Mayorga on the Tecate sign.
For a moment, I thought maybe Mayorga hurt his foot, but it appears that he's okay.
Both coming forward at the same time.
You know, Mayorga's not by nature a great left hook artist, but he's finding some opportunities for that punch. Cotto's is much better, of course.
It was the right hand against Cotto that got in against Yuri Foreman at Yankee Stadium back in June.
Mayorga's squinting with the right eye. I'm not sure if there's a problem, but we'll see.
Good body shot by Mayorga. He put all of it, all he had in that shot.
Then a low blow by Miguel Cotto. Chopping right, right or left, a combination. Some of that got in, not all of it by Mayorga. Some of it was blocked. Cotto smiling. Cotto returning the favor, giving him a little bit of Mayorga.
I think
Cotto's wife going wild.
Melissa quite happy at that turn of events.
So what
I think a lot of that punch, a lot more than Cotto wanted to get in, got in on that exchange.
A little more pressure on him now. A little pressure. You're giving him a lot of space. Let's not push it in there.
At the end of the round, one of a number of great action sequences in this fight, Mayorga was able to get in several good right hands. They're delivered awkwardly, but they can land and they have power. But that's where the smile started on Miguel Cotto's face, trying to suggest that I wasn't hurt.
Yeah, he definitely got his attention.
Okay.
And round number 5. A sizzling affair here at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Mayorga checking back to see how close he was to the corner. Left hooks to the head by Cotto. Okay, says Ricardo, come on back and try that again. And Mayorga with a left uppercut that got through the wickets. Cotto with a great uppercut that got through. Another one. Another jab now. Crowd going crazy.
Now Cotto is taking it up a notch because of the combination that he got hit with after round 3, and he's bringing the pressure right now.
Now, Miguel Cotto still has to be very careful not to attack wildly.
Yes, he does. After round 4, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Cotto bouncing shots off Mayorga's head.
A look at press row scoring, and a 2-point victory in the unofficial cards by Kieran Mulvaney from ESPN, Lance Pugmire from the Los Angeles Times. But Diego Martinez has it the way I do, all 4 rounds for Cotto. How do you have it scored, Antonio?
I actually gave the last round to Mayorga because I think he did a lot better than he did previously.
That was the one he could have won.
Mayorga missing with an uppercut attempt.
But Cotto is determined to put some hurt on Mayorga right now. This is a changing of the guard right now because Cotto.
Ooh, nice right hand. Another overhand right by Mayorga. Looking impressive here, missing there. Trying to end it on 1 punch, right?
Well, and what makes this fascinating, we know Miguel Cotto, as great a warrior as he is, and only twice has he failed to win in his career, but he's been hurt in 7 or 8 fights. So it can happen at any moment with him, and that's what creates the suspense.
And both Cotto's losses by TKO versus Manny Pacquiao and Antonio Margarito. Mayorga with 4 KO losses. Mosley, De La Hoya, Trinidad, and his first pro fight. Wicked exchange there. Cotto getting the better, finishing off with a brilliant left hook upstairs.
I tell you, if Mayorga is in the type of shape that I believe he is, he's going to continue to try, round after round after round. He's going to be in this fight to the end.
But now it's almost like target practice, a confident Cotto. And then Mayorga comes back with an overhand right to the head. Some resounding exchanges. A fight just chock full of highlights. That was blocked by Mayorga's gloves. With the crowd reacting. Left hook to the chin by Cotto. Final seconds of round 5. The action doesn't let up. Right hand by Mayorga. Okay.
Miguel Cotto, early in the round, getting Mayorga against the ropes and working the body and that beautiful left uppercut. And Mayorga, of course, as is his wont, trying to get him to come in and make a silly mistake. Instead, in the center of the ring, where Cotto wants to be, lands great combinations, including the left hook. Cotto doesn't want to fight off the ropes. Now, they have a common opponent, Shane Mosley, in a close decision with loss to Cotto, and, of course, knocking out Mayorga.
Yeah, you know, styles make fights again.
Yep, exactly.
I'm just going to wipe off the back.
Not a lot said there. Round 6.
Thank you.
They told us, Emanuel Stewart and Cotto, they want to capitalize on mistakes that Mayorga makes. And I think that is exactly the difference in this fight. Cotto has capitalized on some of the technical mistakes of Mayorga.
Yeah, we knew Mayorga wasn't as technical as Cotto, but like I said, he still has a puncher's chance. And the way he came out and threw that left hook right hand just now, he's trying to...
Absolutely, and there's the numbers. You know, Cotto landing more volume, but Mayorga has landed his share. He's bounced some right hands off his head and thrown some very good body punches as well. And Mayorga a little busier in terms of number of punches than we would have expected. Oh, wow. 2 swings and a miss.
The whirlwind in the blue trunks. Little twisting left uppercut on the inside by Cotto.
Yeah, as long as the rounds are continuing like this and Cotto don't get hurt with anything, I think the fight is in his favor as long as it goes.
Miguel Cotto, and I'll tell you something else, Miguel Cotto defensively, and he's improved his defense over the years. In this fight, he's slipping a lot of punches, and of course, you can do that against Mayorga. And remember, Emanuel Stewart said they want to slip punches. They don't want to block them, because if you block them, Mayorga stays on balance.
Yeah, he throws a lot of his punches wide. He's not the most technical fighter, and that's why you're able to get up under a lot of those shots. But it's the one that lands that rings the bell.
As you guys point out, the longer this goes, the better it would seem for Miguel Cotto, as long as he stays out of harm's way.
The jab of Cotto, we just saw it there again, is one of the headlines of this fight, and he has a good one.
Approaching the final minute of round 6, the WBA Super Welterweight Championship.
Good body work by Mayorga. Stepped in with a combination.
And the jab shot out by Cotto. Trying to keep Mayorga at a distance.
In the Mosley fight, Mayorga's punches started to lose steam around the middle rounds and into the late rounds, and a little bit of that seems to be happening now, although he lands the right there, but he's slapping with his punches
nice
a little more.
Uppercut followed by a left hook by Mayorga. A nice counter left hook to the head by Cotto, and a right uppercut on the inside by Miguel Cotto. Final seconds of round 6.
Oh, here we go.
Miguel Cotto settling into a nice rhythm here, but he's got to be careful with Ricardo Mayorga. Jim Gray is standing by with somebody I think you'll recognize. Jim?
Indeed you will. The great Mike Tyson, former heavyweight champion of the world. Mike, what's your assessment of what you're seeing here tonight? And you got your daughter, Milan, with you as well. What do you think of this fight?
You know, Jim, these guys are way past their prime, of course, but these are just two guys that's putting on the best show they possibly can at this time, just trying to get a payday without getting hurt, of course,
That's a rather harsh assessment.
Well, it's a reality because no one's trying to hurt. The object of fighting is either the total destruction of your opponent or his surrender, and we don't see either of that about to happen. Huh?
What do you think about Pacquiao and Mosley coming up May 7th?
Wow, from the assessment of Mosley last fight, doesn't look like he's going to do well. Just from that assessment alone, But if I had a quarter for every time there was an upset, I'd be a billionaire.
Last thought I want to ask you. You talk to Floyd Mayweather quite a bit periodically, and a little bit more than that. Do you believe he will fight again and that we will see that other fight with Pacquiao?
Well, I don't know if him and Pacquiao are going to fight. I'm sure he'll fight again. Just to think that Pacquiao fought such tooth and nail fights with Marquez, and it's hard to believe this guy's off almost 2 years, and then he just totally overwhelmed Marquez. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, but if the fight turned out, I would just love to see the fight. I would love to see the odds if I can make a bet.
Mike, always great to see you. Good luck with your show on Animal Planet.
Thank you very much.
All right, Steve, back to you.
All right, Jim. Mike Tyson returning to the scene of the infamous bite night against Evander Holyfield.
I have to disagree strongly with his assessment of this fight. I think they're both trying to knock each
It's
other.
hard to impress Mike Tyson.
I guess. I'll tell you what, it must be, because these guys are hammering away. Look at that.
Right there, Mayorga to the body, missing wildly with the right hand gets in. Stinging right hand there by Mayorga. What an opening minute of the second.
Oh, my.
Great exchanges.
Those are some heavy shots that Mayorga's landing right now.
Uppercut on the inside. And that's going to be slowing Miguel Cotto down. These are heavy, vicious shots by Mayorga here in the 7th round. And he's winging away nonstop.
One of the differences is Miguel Cotto has shown us all the big power punches that he lands, but up at 154 against a guy with a good chin, didn't go down, didn't get him out.
Exactly right, Al. Mayorga is still there with that power.
Another right uppercut by Mayorga.
Mayorga's throwing that uppercut from way out. You look for Miguel Cotto to counter that with a hook.
Body shot there. Mayorga said, "You didn't hurt me."
It's one of the best rounds Mayorga's had in this fight.
Very active in this round.
Doesn't look like a guy who's been so inactive. Very sharp.
One fight in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and that was a bad knockout loss to Shane Mosley. Although it was a pretty close fight up till that last round. Mayorga just charging in, missing with most of those. But it looked good.
Of course, Mayorga with a tune-up fight after that Mosley fight as well.
Yeah, Michael Walker.
Yeah.
Against a less experienced guy. He had his way in that fight.
Well, this was the best round Mayorga's had maybe in the fight. And look at him go to town.
It continues. Big round for Mayorga.
That right hand buckled Cotto.
And it hit him behind the head. He's got some problems now.
That got Cotto's attention. Mayorga looking to really pile on now. He's got 10 seconds. He senses that Cotto is really hurt. Right uppercut, bangs him with a right. Trying to end it on one punch. Crowd is up. What a round for Mayorga.
Now sit down now. That was a good round. Okay, breathe deep. That was a very good round. Give him some water.
Things started out well in that last round for Ricardo Mayorga. We saw a different approach with that big body punch and ripping shots in the inside and the clubbing right hands. It was more energy than we'd seen from him in the last couple of rounds. And then he would really go to town. That uppercut, a big punch, and that right hand is the one you talked about, Antonio.
Yeah, and if we get some replay at the end of this round, Cotto did not look well going back to his corner.
And great camera work. They're in so close, you see the sweat just flying off their heads. A concerned look on the face of Miguel Cotto as we enter into round number 8, scheduled for 12 for the WBA Super Welterweight Championship. Mayorga coming on in that 7th round, and he continues where he left off.
A key issue is the rabbit punching, and Robert Bird's talking to Mayorga about it. Mayorga's responding by saying he's butting me, which I didn't see.
Mayorga said he didn't hit him behind the head. He looked like he was targeting the side of the head, so I don't know. But Al, we talked about that uppercut. He's using that uppercut as a decoy. He's not following through with the uppercut, but he's coming right over the top with the right hand.
Yeah, that's true. Power punches overall, and that's now a margin for Mayorga. And in the last round, Mayorga gained part of that edge. And some of the reason those power punches there are the body punching that Mayorga's done in the last 3 or 4 rounds.
Again, Cotto wisely keeping it on the outside.
Cotto's landed some monstrous left hooks in this fight. It just hasn't sent Mayorga down.
And some beautiful jabs.
Yeah, oh boy.
Mayorga hammering away. Right hand to the head. Uppercut just missed by Mayorga.
And then there was the counter from Cotto with the left hook over, just over that uppercut.
I'm going to tell you, we look at Mayorga's style and we think he's this wild, out-of-control man. But this guy knows how to fight. I mean, sometimes you see him throw a perfect 1-2. He's very sneaky with it.
He said you'd see a fast, strong Ricardo Mayorga from the days against Vernon Forrest. This is the best he's looked in a long time.
Oh, yeah. What a jab that Cotto just hit him with. And that swelling around the right eye of Mayorga could become an issue.
Double left hook there by Mayorga to the body. Left jab there by Cotto. But Mayorga with the showier punches.
And Cotto's staying in range for all these shots, which I know Emmanuel Stewart is telling him to move and give him angles.
You are so right. You either want to be right inside against Mayorga or giving him angles, not in this punching range. Even with that, Cotto is still doing quite well, but he's taking punches.
Oh, good sequence by Cotto. And that temporarily slows down the challenger.
And Cotto has gotten his jab out of mothballs again to have to punctuate what looks like a Cotto round.
Nice straight right hand to the head by Mayorga. Final seconds of round 8. Mayorga coming forward, but a big round for Cotto.
You're winning every round. You lost for one round. You're looking good. Boxing beautiful, baby. The jab is working still. Keep pumping the jab. You understand? The jab, beautiful combinations. It makes them good. And the jab is working.
Here's where Mayorga got the warning. Now, two of those punches were definitely on the back of the head. He landed the uppercut and then threw those punches to the back of the head, and Robert Berg gave him the warning for that. Cotto's jab, which Emmanuel Stewart just talked about, was superb in the last round. And the Mayorga coming forward, but again, that jab's a good effort, and there's a short counter left hook by Cotto that's so effective.
Cotto's jab looked great in the Foreman fight, and he's carried it over into this one with Mayorga. The left hook of Cotto, for years one of boxing's most devastating punches, went away for a while but returned with a vengeance his last fight. He's gotten some good left hooks into the body here tonight.
The press row scoring clearly a considerable edge. Martinez and with 79-73, the biggest margin, and Kieran Mulvaney of ESPN 78-74, as Lance Pugmire has it. Antonio, what do you say about this?
I have it 78-74 for the champ.
Left hand by Mayorga gets Cotto a bit off balance, comes back with a series of jabs. Combinations to the head by Mayorga.
Those punches were pushed a little, but he did land them. And when he doesn't push them, they have lots of power on him still. I'll tell you what Mayorga has done for himself. He's behind in this fight, and unless he knocks out Cotto, he may not win. And there's some nice combinations, but he's raised his stock to some degree.
Yes, he has, and it looks like he's off to a good start here.
Yeah.
I mean, he's landed a couple combinations. He's moving. There's that beautiful jab by Cotto.
Yeah, this has been a very good first half of the round for Mayorga.
Yeah, from a marketability standpoint, this is working, but there goes Cotto. Back comes Mayorga.
And those punches were all pushed. Those were arm punches that didn't have power by Mayorga.
Beautiful jab by Cotto.
Yeah. You know, you look at Miguel Cotto, and you have to say that his skill level is still very, very high. I don't think people can say that his confidence is eroded or that he doesn't still have a great skill set, because he does.
Yes, he definitely have the skill set from the amateurs and everything. But I tell you, 10-1 underdog. I mean, people expected him to come in here and blow Mayorga out, and he's still getting hit with counterpunches right now.
Yes, he is.
Ricardo Mayorga not giving up. Blasting away.
And Mayorga will probably now win this round because of the good start he had and the good finish he had.
Final seconds of round 9.
This is fun.
Tremendously entertaining championship fight here at the MGM Grand. A very interested spectator. This is a man Miguel Cotto once again. He bludgeoned the face of Miguel Cotto. There you see the results of that fight, the 11th round TKO, and he's getting a little treatment from the crowd.
Well, obviously because of the fact that his gloves were found in the next fight against Mosley to be enhanced. Let's take a look at that last round to moments that Miguel Cotto later in the round was very effective, and then here comes Mayorga. Mayorga had gotten off to a good start in the round, and in the middle part, Cotto was effective, but then Mayorga came back, bombing him with those right hands.
That's 3 or 4 unanswered right hands, and I think they rocked Cotto.
He threw a couple straight enough to hurt him. Not all of them, but a couple.
Yes, he did.
Cotto may be ahead, but we've had some tremendous back and forth action.
There's no denying this fight has been fun.
That it is. Round 10. Cotto just showing his polish throughout. Mayorga showing his tenacity.
And over 12 rounds, Mayorga is 4-2 and Cotto is 4-1. So both have been the distance and had success, more so for Cotto The jab of Mayorga, not a weapon much for him, throws it there. One of the reasons Miguel Cotto has been a popular fighter is that he is a vulnerable champion.
Yes, he is.
He's vulnerable in fights, and yet he's exciting, and mostly he wins almost all the time.
So many people were impressed by Cotto's footwork and his movement in the last fight with Foreman, and he seems to have carried that over into this fight.
Yes.
He's got to be in great condition.
Yeah, he definitely is. The only thing I agree with that might be an issue for him, and Antonio hit on it, and he stayed in an area where Mayorga could hit him. He didn't get inside, and he didn't move around quite as much, and so there were times when Mayorga could land those wide punches.
Yeah, you don't want to be in the pocket against Mayorga.
That's exactly it.
And, you know, Cotto has always been a good mover and a boxer.
Yeah.
I always thought when he was younger that he moved a little bit too much and didn't give himself a chance to put those combinations out. But now that he's gotten older, he's settled down a little bit. Now you can see his natural raw talent.
That's a great observation and really true.
And a lot of people probably, what a double, triple jab there by Miguel Cotto. A lot of people probably surprised that Mayorga still has this much left in the tank.
At this late point in the fight, now Cotto's had a very good 10th round.
With Mayorga missing as much, you would think that Cotto would have more counterpunch opportunities to land something real big without taking a risk of having Mayorga fire back or being out of position.
There's that beautiful jab by Cotto again. That's been a very effective weapon throughout. Left hook, partially blocked by Cotto. Right hand by Mayorga got in. Tries to jump on top of Cotto, but Cotto slips away. Cotto doesn't want to get that close.
And that uppercut of Mayorga made itself known at the last second of that round. Probably not enough to win it for him, though. We demonstrate how that jab got in for Cotto and how he used it repeatedly. There will be 3 of these that he will use against Mayorga, and he's been excellent with that punch. Well, that's the way you do it, isn't it?
Yeah, but where's the right hand or the hook behind that?
That's a good point. Boy, you're as hard to please as Mike Tyson, aren't you?
What a stickler. What a stickler.
He's right, though. Yeah. And there's the uppercut from Mayorga at the end of the round. That was maybe his best punch of the round.
And then he followed with the hook also.
Well, you know, what you just said speaks to the keys to victory. I said step in with the jab. He's willing to land the jab, but he's not willing to step in with it.
And there you go.
And that's a big edge.
What a disparity, huh?
But you see the marks on Cotto's face. He's been hit with some punches.
Oh yeah, he knows he's been in a fight.
Round 11. They call them the championship rounds. Here we go. Ricardo Mayorga is still here.
They both predicted this fight would end by the 6th round or earlier, and I think everybody thought that.
I'll tell you what, Mayorga knows he's in the championship rounds, and everything he's probably telling himself he needs a knockout.
Yeah.
So I want to believe he's going to head for the fence here.
And we'll take a look at press row.
Obviously an big edge for Cotto, 98-92 on 2 of the scorecards and 99-91. And Antonio, what do you have right now?
I only gave 2 rounds to Mayorga.
Exactly.
And, it was the middle rounds 4 and also 7. Other than that, it's been all Cotto.
And again, not to be repetitive, but that said, still a highly entertaining fight.
Yes, I gave him 7 and 9, so it's the same score arrived at differently. Yeah, this for a fight that's one-sided, it's fun to watch and great.
Ricardo Mayorga, a big reason. But a well-fought fight by Miguel Cotto.
Yeah, he's done a lot of things really well. It's just you can't knock Mayorga out, so Mayorga stays there.
What a showman.
Ooh.
That all you got, Miguel? You better be careful.
Yeah.
Left hook.
No change in the expression on Miguel Cotto's face.
Unbelievable. The fight breaks into a sparring session.
Well, of course, Mayorga said it was going to be a sparring session for him because it would be so easy, and it has obviously not been that, and I don't think anyone really thought it would be.
Now that was utter bluster.
Yeah, but to his credit, man, he's coming in here, he's laid it all on the line.
Oh, absolutely.
And still in the championship rounds, he's going for that knockout.
Yeah, he hasn't stopped trying to win, and he's trying to throw as many bombs as he can, you know, that when he can marshal the effort.
But he wants Cotto to sit still and let me hit you. That's what he wants.
Just want to oblige, really.
Boy, that jab of Miguel Cotto just before, while you guys were talking, the double jab, brilliant. Just keeping Mayorga at the end of it. Mayorga talking to him, taunting him.
The difference between the demeanor of these two men is stark. It's really staggering.
But Cotto is such a quiet, shy guy. You know, he really is.
And in the ring, he's all business.
Yep.
And Mayorga is all sizzle, but has had some stake in there, too.
Yeah, he's gotten a few good shots in.
I'd like to see Cotto go for this knockout to put an emphasis on this fight tonight.
Wouldn't that be a statement, a dramatic ending? 11 in the books.
This is the last round. You need to go for the knockout. Breathe, breathe. Champ, this is the last one. You got to pressure him. You need a knockout for the victory. The knockout is the victory.
Very important. This one will go straight short punches. You're not going to move too much. Take it to him in short punches because he's tired of the short shots and trying to beat him in short punches. Even a jab, this short jab, anything short. Yes, everything short.
Can Ricardo Mayorga pull it out with drama in the 12th? They touch gloves. Many here in the MGM Grand standing, appreciative of the high entertainment. And Mayorga is shot, and he's down. A delayed reaction knockdown. Oh, goodness. Will he be able to continue? He's in terrible shape.
He's grabbing his hand as if something has happened to his hand.
Yeah, he may have broken his hand. Mayorga, will he continue? He says, yes, let me continue. That is a game person.
And remember, he was down in the 12th round against Shane Mosley. Almost a replay of that.
They're all standing here at the MGM Grand.
And this is what we wanted to see from Cotto.
Oh, he's hurt again off a jab. And now he just stands there, and that's it. He says, that's it. And Robert Byrd has stopped it.
I think he might have broke his hand in that combination that they exchanged. But don't take anything away from Cotto.
No.
That left hook hit perfect.
And look at Cotto, goes over to Mayorga after all the pre-fight shenanigans, all the trash talk, all the taunting. He goes over to Mayorga and asks him if he's all right.
And Antonio's point's well taken. It was a great left hook by Cotto, but there probably was a hand injury to Mayorga, or he probably would have continued because he was able to get up.
Or maybe he felt that left hook all the way to the wrist of his left hand.
That's possible too.
Got hit in the jaw and broke his hand.
Well, a lot of heart displayed there by Ricardo Mayorga in that dramatic 12th, and he looks like he's in agony as they try to get that left. That left hand is
I got to wonder why that glove was pulled off that way. To be honest with you.
Oof. Yeah, that was not very delicately done.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the replay. He probably landed that thing wrong, and in the heat of the action, probably fractured it.
We'll see the knockdown, courtesy of a left hook by Miguel Cotto. It's coming here as Mayorga attacks. Ooh. Big left hook. And he's holding his hand there. I'm not sure what he hit his hand on.
I didn't see it land. I mean, that was just a devastating left hook, and it probably just shook him all throughout.
I guess it was so clearly holding his hand out. We'll get a look at it, and this may give us a better angle. Now there he kind of hits it on the top of the head of Cotto.
It was Cotto's left glove, I think. His hand hit the left glove of Mayorga.
Maybe that was it.
I think it was a clash of hands.
Could have been. I mean, we'll find out, obviously, at some point. But
perhaps.
And again, another look at it. Now, We're going to see the left hook land by Cotto.
Nothing yet with the left
I
hand.
don't see anything with the hand. The only thing is prior to that, he had hit the hand on his head of Cotto, but just pushing it there. But I don't know.
Yeah, that was bizarre.
Yeah, it was strange. Well, there have been many aspects of this fight that have been intriguing, to say the least.
Yeah, he may have heard it earlier in the fight. It may have exacerbated it.
I know what didn't happen. That Chris left hook hadn't landed all night until the left.
What a left hook by Cotto.
And you look at the jab count by Cotto, just, amazing how he was able to land those punches. And ultimately, the left hook does in this man. And what else would it be with Cotto? Because that's his punch.
And it was an exciting fight throughout.
Yes,
Mayorga was in the fight. And you have to really assess it and say, where's Cotto at right now when you look at the top echelon of the super welterweights?
Taunted and insulted throughout the fight build-up, Miguel Cotto gets the last word. The word now from Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time of 53 seconds in round number 12, with the fighter electing not to continue. A referee in charge, Robert Bird, stops the contest. He is the winner by way of technical knockout. He is still the WBA Super Welterweight Champion of the world, Miguel Cotto.
So Miguel Cotto ends it the way he wanted to end it, by stoppage. The Cotto family extremely pleased and relieved, I think, as well, huh?
Tough night to watch when you're watching, because there were some rocky moments, but give this man all the credit in the world. He fought a tough customer tonight, and he shows us that he still has it as a fighter, and this guy, a lot of kudos to him as well.
Sir.
Ricardo Mayorga unable to recapture a world title belt. But Miguel Cotto, as expected, a nearly 10-1 favorite, retains his WBA Super Welterweight title. Let's go up into the ring, and Jim Gray with the champ. Jim.
All right, Steve, thank you very much. Miguel, congratulations to you. How do you assess this fight and the fight that it turned out to be?
No, it was great, The whole fight was great, but the finish was amazing.
Could you detect what happened there at the finish?
I don't know. He said something about his hand, but I'm not sure what happened with his hand.
How did you manage to stay so patient and stay within yourself and fight your game and not take the bait, because on several occasions Mayorga was begging you to come to him?
No, he didn't take me off from my calm during all the promotional things around the fight. He doesn't take me off.
How come? He's been able to do it to everybody else. How did you manage to maintain your calm?
No, I just keeping in my work, keep myself calm, and just be myself.
He's 38 years old. Is he a better fighter than you had anticipated at this point? Did you expect an easier fight?
Pretty strong fighter. He has pretty strong hands, and he can win. He can beat anybody.
All right, let's take a look, if we can, here on the monitor, Miguel, and tell us what's going on here as the fight, the knockdown here.
I think this hook was the one who decided the fight. The right hook, the left hook.
And then the stoppage. Did you realize at that time, just before the stoppage, that he was not going to be able to continue?
No, he's a tough fighter, as usual, and I know he's going to continue.
Now, you said something to us yesterday. You said something to us yesterday in our meeting, which astonished a lot of us, that you are now willing to reconsider and wanting to possibly fight Margarito again. What has caused you to reconsider, and will you do that?
Bob is here. He's the guy in charge of my career, and as always, we always go for the way he wants me to go.
But you're willing to consider that now?
Yeah, we always want the big names, and Margarito is one of them.
Congratulations to you. Terrific fight tonight. It was a good show.
Thank you.
All right. Ricardo, if we can speak to you. Mr. Gonzalez will be here to interpret what happened there at the end.
Dame un segundo, solo quiero hacer el chao.
Give me a second, I just want to say something.
Solo quiero decirte que gracias por la oportunidad que tú me diste. Y tú sabes que toda la mierda que uno habla es por publicidad. Pero gracias por la oportunidad, ¿oíste?
Never meant any offense during the pre-fight publicity. It's all promotion, it's all entertainment.
He never meant any harm. Is that what he said?
Exactly.
I didn't hear you. Okay. Ricardo, what happened to you at the end of the fight? Turn around.
La parte final de la pelea.
Mira qué raro, se me zafó el dedo gordo y mira, él me lo mandó para atrás y tengo parado, pero no
And it went
importa.
it touched all the way to the back of my hand. It doesn't
Y no
matter,
me
but
interesa
that's.
el dedo, lo que me duele es que perdí la pelea, que era lo más importante para mí.
Because I don't care about the thumb. The way I lost is what matters to me, and I didn't want to lose.
Okay, can we look here at the monitor? And as we look at the monitor, trying to describe to us what happened.
Describe qué es lo que sucedió ahí, lo que estás viendo en las imágenes.
Ahí, viste, ahí se me fue el dedo para atrás. Ahí, mira. Esta mano, ahí, esa mano no la tengo para atrás ya.
Okay, go ahead.
He goes, my left thumb in one of those combinations, I just felt it hit to the back of my hand, and that's when I started hurting.
And then you decided you wanted to continue.
Decidiste después de
What
eso.
made him change his mind not to
Decidiste
continue?
después de ahí que levantaste para seguir a pelear. ¿Qué sucedió después de eso?
Moví el dedo y me dolió.
He goes, I tried to move my thumb and make a fist, and I couldn't.
Y si no puedo seguir peleando, es mejor perder una pelea y no la vida.
He goes, then I can't continue.
Were you happy with your performance this evening?
¿Estabas tú contento con ti mismo con la manera que tu actuación esta noche?
No.
No.
Para ser honesto, yo soy hombre y tengo que reconocer la verdad de la vida.
He goes, as a man, I got to recognize what's good and what's bad, and that happens in life.
What will you do now?
Boricua pega bien duro.
He goes, he hits really hard.
De
I
verdad.
don't take anything.
No me dio miedo, pero sí pega
It
duro.
didn't scare me, but he does hit hard.
What will he do now?
¿Qué va a hacer ahora?
Buscar un trabajo, ya es hora de retirarme.
He goes, I got to look for a job. It's time to
Todo tiene
retire.
un momento. Yo dije,
No more
todo un
fighting?
momento. Yo dije que si perdía
Yes.
tengo que retirarme.
He goes, I mentioned in the interviews that if I lost, I had to retire.
Congratulations, you've had a great career, given a lot of people a lot of joy.
Gracias a todo el público,
Thank you for
a la
my-
televisión y a este hombre que me hizo tocar la cima.
For this gentleman that made me reach the top. Thank him.
Congratulations to you on a great career. Thank you, Ricardo. Muchas gracias, senor. All right, Steve, back to you.